Hey, what's good, you guys? Rasati out here live in Singapore. I got my special guest on here tonight, though. Who we got on here tonight?
PPG.
Kuti G. Kuti G is joining us today, and I wanted to talk to you about a conversation we had in the shower today because, that's where all the good conversations happen. I'm playing. We finished watching TV, after coming home from visiting people and stuff, just chilling out. And it was one of those moments where she kind of felt like, she was kind of hot and sticky because she can't sit still when she's watching a movie. She got to be upside down and inside out and running around everywhere. So she needed a shower and she said, "Ma, I think I need a bath." And I was like, "All right, cool, go ahead." She's like, can you just do it?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" So I have no problem giving her a bath, but I also know that if I don't teach her how to do some things on her own, I'm not actually helping her grow up at all. And I'm not saying she has to grow up this instant, but I am saying that one day I'm not going to be around and I need her to be ready. I don't want her to have to figure everything out when I'm not here. I want her to figure it out now so that she's really good at it when the time comes. So part of that is figuring out what her fears are. When she was younger, did you know you weren't ever like scared of the dark when you were little? Did you know you didn't care? You just did whatever you had to do. Did you realize that? And only recently, suddenly, you're afraid of the dark. But even then, I've told you what do I tell you to kind of figure out how to make it through? I mean, and I'm talking about not like dark alleyways and stuff. I'm talking about walking from our room to the bathroom through a dark hallway. Okay, not a dark hallway, a dark living room, to get to the bathroom. So what have I told you to do?
Sing.
Sing if you're scared, just so you can make some noise and go wherever you need to go. The other thing is, if you know where the light switches are, use the lights along the way, man. Not so bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to do that. You just want me to do it for you. And I don't mind. It's cute that you want me to be around. But if I'm always around, you're going to get used to me always being around, and then you're not going to learn for yourself. Does that make sense? So, another thing we were talking about was conquering their fears. And I told her something I had to learn the hard way was anything that I didn't want to do, like I was dead set against doing, there was usually a lesson in there somewhere for me. Case in point, I still need to fix my website, y'all. Anyway, so that's on a
Biting your
different.
nails.
I used to bite my nails, I did, and then I finally
Tell
stopped.
the
But do you
story.
realize? No, but that's not relevant here. It doesn't make sense here. But the point is, I started biting my fingernails for a reason. We watched. What did we watch tonight?
Drop dead Fred.
We watched Drop Dead Fred, and you know what? It's an '80s movies, and it's kind of weird and out the way, and it was actually really deep. What did you learn about Drop Dead Fred? Why did he appear?
He appeared because the mother wouldn't she they couldn't talk to her, and the mothers always were really
Shall I make it really simple?
angry and bossy.
Shall I make it really simple?
Yes.
The imaginary friend appeared because the child felt like she had no one to speak to, no one to be around, no one to understand her.
Even her mother.
So it's a coping
Sad.
mechanism. And it was funny because I'd forgotten. It's been so long since I saw Drop Dead Fred, but I knew it was a fun movie. And we watched the trailer first, and Kotiji picked it out. So we learned that things like that happen when you have no other way to cope with the situation. Your mind will come up with a solution for you. And in this example, Drop Dead Fred is the excuse the child has for acting out because they're trying to get the caregiver's attention so that they can tell them, hey, I don't feel good in this situation. I need your help out of it. So they ask for attention, but it's not always in the most productive ways. It normally gets them in trouble first. And instead of the parent understanding why this is going on, the parent tends to get even more aggravated and make things worse. But anyway, so it's in this situation, it was trying to teach the child to stand up for herself. What?
And also, in the end, the mother blamed the child because the boy left, but actually
Because the father left, right?
the father
Yeah.
left, but actually it was because the mother she was taking Drop Dead Fred away, and she said,
Actually, no, that's not why. So basically, what happened was the kid was acting out because she did not feel good about the way she was being handled by her mom. And the father also felt bad for the kid. And every time the father said something about, hey, loosen up, she's just a kid, the mother would try to control him too. And that's why he left. He couldn't take it anymore. It was the mom's behavior that was driving everyone away. But she didn't know that. She didn't understand it. Anyway, but the point being, my job as a mom, my only job as a mom, is to prepare you to live a great life, even if I'm not here. Whether I'm here or not, you need to be able to be yourself no matter where. So all those situations where you want to change because you want to impress somebody, don't.
Hillary?
We saw that too. We watched The Fresh Prince tonight, and Hillary did everything she could to impress some guy she thought could be a sugar daddy for her, and that didn't work out because she realized that she was cutting pieces of herself off to make herself fit into that guy, what she thought that guy's idea of cool was, so she would be accepted by him.
And then in the end, he fell in love with the girl that was exactly the same she was when she didn't cut her parts.
Exactly, and she didn't know that because she wasn't going to give him a chance to get to know the real her. She was worried that she would lose him by not being her, by being someone else. Wait, what did I say? She realized she would lose him
If
she continued being herself. Exactly. What was I saying? My gosh. Okay, anyway.
You were twisted.
So,
you said
it
the
is a little
backwards
twisted.
of it.
I'm sorry. Okay, the point being, my job is to prepare you for the world. And that means I need to force you to face your fears. And I'm not talking about torturing you and making your hands, you put your hands in a tarantula pit. None of that shit. I'm talking about, I wouldn't do that. I'm scared. Because then if I did that, I have to rescue.
The line.
Yeah, but if I did that, I'd be the one to have to rescue you, and I'm not doing it. I'm scared. Okay.
Kevin,
but practical stuff. Practical stuff. So if you're scared to cook because you've never done it before, it's my job to teach you to be comfortable around fire and knives and stuff like that so that you can cook. Do we not cook our food? Hello, gas stove?
Yeah, but what the cuss?
No, what the cuss. You need to understand that you have to know what to do when you're cooking. You need to know when you need to turn up the heat and turn it down, right? And you need to be careful and safe with knives. I can't sit there and tell you, don't touch this, don't touch this, don't touch this, because you're going to want to touch it more. And then when you do touch it, it could be unsafe and you could slip and cut your finger. So if I don't teach you the right away in the beginning, then you're going to make more mistakes. It's like, this is why Boy Scouts training was so important, and brownies, and what is it? Phineas and Ferb had the girls, the fireflies? No, what were they? Honeybees? Something. Anyway, so that wilderness training stuff, that really helps. Because then they teach you all the skills you would need before you need them.
I think there were a group
I can't
of
remember.
Scouts.
There was some kind of scouts. Yeah. Girl Scouts, kind of. Anyway, the point is, I need to teach you these skills before you need them.
What you doing?
That's the girl. Do you hear what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm torturing you, and I know you don't want to... I know you want to be a baby still. I know you want my attention. But what did I tell you today as well? Instead of fighting me about why I didn't get up with you to go to the bathroom, you could have said what? You could have asked for what you really wanted, right? What did you want?
I just wanted company.
You wanted company. You didn't want to be by yourself. And that would have been easy to say, hey, Ma, I'm going to go take a shower. Do you mind keeping me company? That would have been easy, right? I could have been in the kitchen, like washing dishes. You could have been in the bathroom, right? So that's something, that's a lesson all y'all can apply to, right? Try to learn the skills you would need before you need them. And ask for what you really want. Don't beat around the bush. Don't try and be subtle and slick and use pretty words and all that. Just ask for what you want. Very, very simply put, hey, I don't feel like being by myself right now. You mind hanging out? And the worst that can happen is that person says no. I don't feel like hanging out. And that's not a bad thing. They're entitled to their own space as well. But those are two major lessons, right? Learn what you need to do before you need it.
Fred is the first lesson.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
The first lesson.
So anyway, that was the first of our Halloween
Tactics.
Halloween marathon. Yeah, until Halloween. We got like a week, right? We're gonna watch another couple of movies.
Wait, I thought Halloween. What is
Halloween?
This?
Woman, Deepavali is before Halloween. Halloween is the 31st of October. Deepavali was this weekend.
Because the haunted house is making me...
No. They had the haunted house open for a whole month. They did it for the whole month of October. That's why. Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to go to sleep because you're here rambling and stuff. We're talking about stuff that's unrelated. But as I mentioned, my only job as a mom is to prepare my daughter for the real world. And that's not to jade her. It's to make her think a little bit more, to question things, to find out information for herself, just to kind of double check, right? And more than that is to face her fears, to know what to do when something goes wrong. I need her to understand how she needs to pick, what she needs to do, and in what order to pick herself back up when she falls, when she physically hurts herself, or when she has some kind of a disappointment in life. She needs to know what to do in those situations. Okay? And more than that, she needs to learn to ask for what she really wants instead of getting mad when people don't conform to her idea of what's necessary because she hasn't told them what she really wants. All right, y'all. I'm going to call it a night. I will catch y'all again soon. But in the meantime, enjoy your holiday weekend.